Hey guys, Morten Åstad here. Welcome to my channel. Hope you're all doing well. This is not an unboxing, this is more of a show and tell. So this morning I got a message on my app from PostNord saying that my parcel or package from a Discog seller here in Denmark had arrived. However, they decided that let's not go all the way up to Skagen, and one of the 3 delivery points we have here, one of which is 700 meters from my house. Let's go to the town of Aalbæk, which is 25 kilometers from here, and deliver it there. So I had to get a train to go to Aalbæk, and since Aalbæk is halfway to the big town south of here, well, everything is south of Skagen, I decided, well, let's make a day out of it and go to Frederikshavn, see if I can find something interesting there, and have a fancy coffee and some other stuff. So I did, and I looked around a little bit. I went to the CD bar. Didn't find much there, or anything really. It seems to be more of I don't know, a place for 5 or 6 friends, sort of in their 60s and 70s, to gather and sit around and talk around the table, covering up some of the CDs in the process so that you can't get to them while they're sitting there having their nice little talk. The used bin for vinyl hadn't been renewed since I was there, and the new vinyl was almost completely gone. Hopefully he sold it and not ordered more, I don't know. So I went just back into the center of town from there, and I visited the, well, I suppose you could call it the antique store. I don't know if the word thrift store really applies there. And I found some things there, and I found a couple of things that I was looking for some other reasons. And then I went next door to Lesehesten, and the reason I did that is because I saw something that caught my eye in his window. And then I went and I had myself a Burger King hamburger, because we can't get those here in Skagen. And then I got back on my bike, went to the train station, and went to Aalbæk, picked up my parcel, which I'll show in another video, and then back home. So, what did I get? Well, first of all, I got a bunch of 7-inch 45s, yes. And they cost between 10 kroner and 25 kroner. 10 kroner being, well, let's just, it's probably $1.20, yeah, something like that. But let's just call it $1, and 25 kroner, let's call it $2.50, or maybe $3.50. Anyway, it's not very expensive. So the first one I got was Kajagoogoo, and it's a track called Big Apple. Now I have the Kajagoogoo record, and I think also I have the follow-up band called just Kaja after Limahl left. I'm not sure if this is from there. I don't know all the tracks, but it's from I think it's from 1983. And that makes me wonder if this was a single from before they released their first album. I don't know, but doesn't this look like what is it? Shubin, doesn't it look like the singer who was in Bananarama and then later on in Shakespeare's Sister? I think she married, didn't she marry Dave Stewart? Was that the name? You know, the Eurythmics guy? Anyway, 10 kroner, pretty cool. Next one is also Kajagoogoo. Anyway, it's Ooh to be Ah. And the B-side is Animal Instincts. So yeah, pretty cool little 7-inch there. Next one, I was really quite excited to find this one in very nice condition. Costs 10 kroner as well. It is this one here. So this is OMD, or Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark, made of Orléans Orléans, 1981. Very, very nice picture sleeve there. And here is the single itself. The Waltz of Joan of Arc, and the B-side is Navigation, and as I just said, it's 1981. Next one. Now this is a Danish. It's not a Danish band, but it's a Danish made 45. I would assume it's maybe 45 to 50 years old. So it's got one of those very typical Danish backs of 45s where they advertised other music and so on, as you can see. But I am wondering if it's... No, I thought maybe it was glued on the back. But it's Elton John and Kiki D. Don't Go Breaking My Heart. Yeah, it was 25 kroner, but I just couldn't. I had to get it looks so fun. A fun little... And the 45 itself looks like it's in pretty good nick. The record company, and it actually says on the record as well, and the cover made in Denmark. So that's kind of cool that they had pressings. I never come across an international artist in album form that says made in Denmark. If it's Scandinavia, it's usually Norway or Sweden, but 45s I often come across old Paul McCartney, Wings, and so on, and they're made here in Denmark. Next one. I'm just gonna take the plastic cover off here. So this is looks exactly the same on both sides. This is Bow Wow Wow. And what's the time? Do You Want to Hold Me? And what's the time? Hey Buddy. Top hit England. This one is kind of a giveaway that it's a German single. They often did that on the German ones. From the album When the Going Gets Tough, The Tough Get Going. We got RCA. Very, very nice cover. Doesn't look like anyone's ever used this at all. And there's the RCA Victor. Again, very nice. Vinyl there. Next 45 I found. This one I think I ended up checking on this. I think it's made in Norway. It's City Boy. And a lot of my City Boy albums, which I collected mainly last year, are pressed in Norway. Or were pressed in Norway. So Summer in the Schoolyard, The World Loves a Dance. Now, someone's written on the label here, which is a shame, but I can understand why. It's a shame because maybe it lowers the value of sort of a misprint, because it looks like this is not The World Loves a Dancer, it's Summer in the Schoolyard, and this is not Summer in the Schoolyard, it's The World Loves a Dancer, because as you can see, someone's corrected here. I have not listened to this yet, so I don't know. It's produced by Robert Mutt Lang. He produced, I think they made 6 albums and he produced 4 of them. So this one's from 1978. Can you imagine being a band from England and looking like that in 1978 with punk going on? May not have been the best of timing. One more 45, and this is one that I was the most excited about. As you guys who know me know that I love 10cc, and I found a 10cc 45. And again, wonder if this was... oh, this is an English one. So this is the Wall Street Shuffle, Gizmo My Way, 10cc. This one is from Sheet Music. Yeah, this one is from Sheet Music, their second album. And there's the UK record. So this was their first label. After this album, they changed labels. Again, looks very nice indeed. Well taken care of. And then I found some albums. Now, which order do I show these? Well, we can start with this one. I think it was in 1987 or 88. Ireland, Republic of, had won the Eurovision Song Contest again. And there had been kind of a custom to showcase music from whatever country in the pause, in the break, after the main artist, all the contestants had performed and they were tallying the points, and they would have some kind of halftime or before the big reveal entertainment. And for example, the last time the UK won the Eurovision Song Contest, when they held the competition. They held the competition last year, but that's because they were runner-up and the Ukraine had won, but they obviously couldn't hold the competition. So they showcased Suede, I remember, and I was very excited about that. And Ireland showcased this band. This is this band's second album, and it's Hot House Flowers. And I recently showed this because I showed you guys some cassettes that I had. So I think I have both the first and second Hot House Flowers on cassette. And cool Irish band. Not quite there with the, the Waterboys Fisherman's Blues, but white, what do you call it? Blue-Eyed Soul, maybe? So it's on the London label there. Next we have, now I don't really collect his albums. I only have one vinyl album and maybe 3 CDs. But someone very nice, Canuck, told me, don't you Norwegians, Danish, Scandinavian people listen to Canadian music? Yes, I have lots of Rush and other Canadians, but I picked up this Bryan Adams. So this is Reckless, and as you can see, it's got a cut, for the bargain bin back in the day. Otherwise, a very nice copy. I paid 25 kroner for this, so that's not bad at all. And this is a US pressing, by the way. I think it's California pressing. There were 3 US pressings, and the other one had the normal A&M logo. Well, this one had a black label. Next one I found is, I love Kylie Minogue. She is most beautiful woman in the world to me. A little Aussie there, and she's stylish. She's got class. Wonderful. And I found a Maxi single from Kylie Minogue. And as the title says, I was shocked to find a Kylie Minogue in a northern Danish thrift store. Look at her there. This was the last of her Stock Aitken and Waterman days, when she was starting to look probably a bit too much like a sex kitten for even them to handle. And for the next record, I think it was the next album, she went her separate ways as far as... And I think this was around the time she was dating Michael Hutchence from In Excess. So speaking of Canadian music, I that video hasn't gone out yet. I'm not sure if this one will go out before, but a fellow YouTuber or vinyl community member that I'm following, he's Canadian and he showcased a Canadian band. He played a little music from it, and I really dug that. And that was Chilliwack. So I found another Chilliwack. So now I have two within the span of like 4 weeks or something. So that's pretty cool. The other one I got on Discogs. Again, never expected to find this in a northern Danish thrift store. This one is called Lights from the Valley. It's a US pressing, California one. Which year was this from again? 1978. 1978 again. There's nothing on this, and this is on Mushroom. And really looking forward to listening to this because the first one that I got, I really liked it. So yeah. Anyway, next one. I own this on CD, but I've been envious of everyone in the vinyl community. Quite a few of you have shown this. And when I stumbled across this today, I just had to grab it. Again, this is, I think this is another US pressing. I found a lot of American records in that thrift store. So this is Joe Walsh. But seriously, folks, and I just think it's a great rock album. Here we have the inner sleeve. All of you guys have probably seen this a ton of times, but yeah, there was the inner sleeve there. This was the gatefold, not the inner sleeve, sorry. And again, very nice record. It's got one of those cutouts. And Asylum Records, the vinyl looks just perfect. A little dirty, I'll do that later. So yeah. And then I found some music from my kinfolk. I found Aha's third studio album, Stay on These Roads, with a very nice looking hype sticker or ad for the free poster in here. This one I think was from 1989. So their second album is my personal favorite, but this one is a little more, I don't know, poppy than even their first one. But for you Americans out there who thought that Aha dropped off the face of the world after their first album and their #1 Billboard hit, Take On Me, their second album did very well in Europe and other countries and is a pop classic. This one did quite well as well, and not least because it's got The Living Daylights, which is of course the theme song from the first James Bond film out of 2, starring Welshman Timothy Dalton. And it actually does come with the poster, which was nice. It's got holes in it. I guess that's some other version of the whole cutouts, or just some person who's had a weird way of storing this album. The poster does not have holes in it, neither did the inner sleeve, so that's nice. And there's the poster. Morten, Paul, and Magna, or Mags, as they call them in England and I think in America. And I also found a Aha 45 or Maxi single. Here we go. From the same album, by the way. This is You Are the One. And it's got You Are the One instrumental and Out of Blue Comes Green. So this one is also from Stay on These Roads, as you can see there. Again with the holes. And very nice, sort of ordinary but nice Warner label there. They were on Warner up until they disbanded, which was, oh, I think they released another, was it 2 or 3 albums after this? At least one of them, and a compilation album. And then they got back together years after and on a different label. And the final one that I found, like I said, I just left that other place, and like 150, 200 meters down the road is Lese Hesten, which has records and games and comics and lots of stuff. But it's what caught my eye in that he had in the window, and it is Kiss, Hotter Than Hell. I finally have my favorite Kiss album on vinyl again. And I have that whole story where when I was a kid I lent all my Kiss albums to the street bully, and he destroyed them all. And this of course was one of them. So now I have on vinyl their 3 first albums, because I went to and I might leave a link for that. I went to a record fair in Oslo and I got their first album and Dress to Kill. But this is really cool. I'm really happy about that. And this is also a Norwegian pressing from. I think this one is a pressing. There's the second pressing in Scandinavia anyway. So I think it's from 1980. So I paid 100 kroner for that. I've seen it a lot more expensive other places, and this is in really, really good shape. So I'm very happy about this one. There you go. The Casablanca label there. Yeah. So this was not planned, just because I had to go and pick up that package, and found some cool stuff. Found some other things that is not related to this. So I had a nice day. Very beautiful weather in Denmark. Been last 3 or 4 days, but it's so cold. We want spring to deliver some of that warm weather we're hearing they have in other countries. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for if you've been watching up until now, and please click like and subscribe. Helps my channel and makes me happy. And I hope to see you soon in another video. Take care, guys. Bye.